In this video, I will help you understand that what exactly evolution is while living in this 3D world. And I understand that so many of us have read the books and we kind of know spirituality through other people's lenses. The people who have come before us, or the scriptures, or whatever we have come across, right? And I'm not saying it's wrong. Just listen to me, that the perspective that I'm bringing in this video helps you understand that you are the ones who is giving meaning to everything. And when we follow someone else's philosophy, when we follow what people before us taught us, we kind of blindly follow that path. But somewhere, are we asking ourselves this question that, does it feel true to me? Or have I explored something on my own? And we can read all the books and the scriptures and everything. It's really good for the information that how Shakti and the Shiva consciousness work. There's a lot of things that you can learn, right? But the real source is how you interpret that. Right? Because we can read about all those things, that Shiva consciousness is about meeting the void or having this ego death. We can just name so many things. And Shakti is channeling your creative force energy. But what is the implementation when life gives you a real life situation? When we are going through this identity shifting phase, are we actually implementing what we're learning? Are we actually interpreting what is written in that book in a way that how does it apply in my life? And talking about the Shiva and Shakti consciousness Shakti is not a consciousness, but talking about the inner union. So when we're going through this identity shifting, when we meet the inner Shiva within all of us, which is the point zero shunya void, the dark, not dark, but are we making the space for the Shakti, the life force energy, to remove all the limitations that we have put it onto ourselves? What I mean by that is, when we talk about the energy centers, we have learned that every energy center is associated with something, whether it's the color, whether it's the theme, and you know what I'm talking about. But every energy center has both masculine and feminine energies, Shiva and the Shakti, right? Some of the chakras have some dominant ones and some non-so-dominant ones. And it's like that spiral, right? We see that Kundalini energy, that spiral. What does that mean? That snake, that coil that we see, what does that mean? Our root chakra and our crown chakra is like a container for us, because its dominant energy centers are masculine. Because if you are feeling not secure within yourself, the stability that we have it here, what happens? The sacral, your feminine energy, where the womb space is, you will not be able to move with that cosmic creation seed that we connect to. So, where I'm going with this is understanding what these energy channels are trying to tell us. That root center and the crown center, it's our masculine container. And when the download comes in, the birthing process goes like this, right? And when we are feeling safe and secure in our body, in this world, our sacral center, our feminine sensuality center starts to move in a way which lets the Kundalini energy, and so many people think that it sits at the root. Yes, I get that, it does sit at the root, but it rises in the sacral center. And when it rises, if you are keeping the shame to touch your body, to feel things, to keeping yourself in that taboo, because sensuality somewhere, it's related to sexuality, but it's not the whole thing. Are you working on yourself by letting those limiting things go by and really owning your movement, really owning it? And when you start to move that energy, when you start to own that movement, which I help you with somatic dances, if one of the themes is we're working with the sensuality, right? Let me know if you're interested to know more about it, but I'm just gonna go with this video with the energy centers. And when the energy starts to move up, it goes to the solar plexus, which is the sun. Everybody knows that confidence center, right? And when that energy rises, are we going to shine into this world, or are we going to just be that small self? And what I mean by that is, you don't have to be the louder, but you have to stand in your worth. That people pleaser in you who used to just be like, oh yeah, that's my friend, I can do that. There's a limit for it, right? But when you set boundaries, when you stand in your worth, let me tell you, you're gonna be the villain in so many people's life. And you don't have to portray yourself that, oh, it's about me, like, oh, I can't keep people in my life. You just start to evolve in a way that you understand that the version of you who chose those things before that, it was coming from the survival mode, because now you're thriving. When you're shining, you're thriving. And thriving is again related to the masculine energy, that wow, I'm shining like a star, right? And that's where the self-confidence in. When you are confident in yourself, in your body, in your offer, in your business, in your purpose, or whatever that is, whatever's coming into your mind right now, that energy center, solar plexus, starts to connect to your throat center. And now you must be thinking, oh, she skipped the heart. I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it. Firstly, I'll talk about the throat center. When we are confident in ourselves, in our body, what happens? We start to speak. You know, like, have you ever seen somebody that you're like, wow, I just love the way they speak. It's like they're speaking from the gut. That's exactly what it means. When you are confident in speaking, your throat starts to open. And let's talk about the third eye, because I feel like, oh, that's a juicy center. The third eye, it's feminine because it's receptive. That's where the crystal is, right? When we are connecting with our third eye center, we build the discernment to see through. And a feminine, let me tell you, it's not about men or women, a feminine energy. When you tune in to your feminine energy, your intuition is tapped in. You see through the illusion like that. And when you see through the illusions like that, you start to communicate with the other centers too, that, oh yeah, you can see through the illusions. Now what? Now what? That's why every energy center, you can learn about all those things, you can read about those things, but the implementation, okay, the discernment that comes in, are you going to walk the path of intuition, which will tell you that to take that courage and get out of the survival mode by believing in yourself, by moving the way that you want to move, by taking the space that how you want to move in life. Do you? Why are you looking at me? Ask yourself. Now coming back to the heart center. So the simple way I can explain it is as above, so below, as within, so without, right? So that's what's happening right now, right? When the both centers, the energy center, starts to communicate to each other, they meet at the heart space. That's where our heart has an electromagnetic field, which goes to 10 feet, right? And it's not just that, it's like this as well. And the heart expansion happens when we see through the illusions of the ego that, oh, ego is not just about having this rude kind of image. Ego is something that we think that we were the separation. We think that we were the fragmented selves. But now we understand that, oh, I have so much value to provide into this world that if my gifts are coming online, let's say your gift is you speak very well and you motivate other people and you help people through your positive aura, like mainly the communication, right? What I'm trying to say here. Then our heart gets to open, but the work is in that when the life situations try to test us, that expansion goes into contraction again. And that's where you have to understand again and again, because it's a journey. I feel like when everybody says that, oh, once the Kundalini is rising and it just goes up and up, it's an everyday thing. That's why I'm saying that. How does it apply to you? You have read it somewhere, but how does it apply to you? How are you implementing it? Because I'm speaking from my experience. I haven't read this somewhere. This is my interpretation and how I implement it, and that's why I'm really confident speaking about it, because I live it. That heart, the grief that comes back again and again for betraying ourselves, for betraying our truth, for acting small, that sits here. And every energy center, wherever a sensation is stuck, it's telling us something. What are we doing about it? Right? And what I wanted to give a message through this video is, when we are talking about energy, it's a very big term. It's a very big term. And it's always unfolding. It's always revealing something to us. And everything starts with that inward change. That Kundalini energy, our life force energy, when it starts to rise up, are we actually putting our creations into this world by using our solar plexus? Are we? Or are we like, oh yeah, I just want to consume so much social media and then be like, why I feel depressed? You know the reason. And I'm not saying I'm immune to it. No, I'm not perfect. I live this cycle every day as well, because life is here for us to live. And this whole idea of transcendence is implementation. When we start to implement those things every single day, because we are evolving all the time. And when we start to live in the truth of us, when we start in our soul remembrance that, whoa, my gifts has always been talking to me, and now is the time to actually put it into my creation and bring it into this world. So before I go, this is my offer to you. If something is resonated with you, whether it was the spiritual interpretation, whether it's about how we rebuild our life by coming back to ourselves and honoring our gifts, I invite you to have a conversation with me, because I help people, especially the creative souls and the entrepreneurs who are actually building something meaningful, to start working with their soul, to start opening their heart, so that whatever they are bringing into this world, it would be their gift to this world, whether they are here or whether they are gone. Because this is exactly what you want, don't you? I mean, I'm only talking to the people right now who have surpassed the idea of just making money. Because let me tell you, like, if you are here on my channel to just learn that how to make fuck you money, I'm not the person for you, because it's just the byproduct of living in alignment. And alignment it's a very big word. Firstly, we have to understand that who we are, and are we living up to what we are here for. My gifts are different, your gifts are different, your soul is different, my soul is different, and I'm just helping you to remember. I'm just here meeting you. You have come across this video, and I don't know when you're gonna see this video. I'm recording this in the February 2026. If you're coming across this video, it's the wavelength where we are in. And if that's something that you are resonating with, that you want to bring into this world something meaningful, which is related to your soul, and run a business which is soul-led, which is heart-led, I'm here to help you. I help you to run the business with that, because it is completely possible. It is. And I offer 3 months program, you and me meeting every week and just talking about what's coming through you. And not just talking about it, we will be bringing action as well, because that's very important, bringing the masculine energy. But if what you're looking for is to bring that inner union in your creations, that's what I'm here for. I will speak to you soon in the next video, and leave a comment below if you have any questions, and you can reach out to me on my social media and my email, which I'll leave it in the show notes. And keep creating, keep exploring yourself. Bye bye for now.